Now welcome back to Conversations Over Coffee. This week I'm interviewing Jason Kimbrell, our Director of Video Production here at Practicing Excellence. And now Jason is actually one of the first friends I made at the company during a road trip to Las Vegas of all places. It was for a company all-hands meeting. Now, on that trip, I learned that Jason is second only to Steve, our founder, in time spent at the company, has a passion for traveling, and honestly, he's just a well-rounded, great guy. So without further ado, let's jump into the questions. I usually open with an icebreaker, and during this trip, you told me that you like to plan your family trips well out in advance. And I thought that was such an awesome, you had a fun reason for it. Do you mind jumping into where you're going and why you do so long in advance?
Yeah, well, family trips, we were locked with COVID for a while, and I got to the point where I thought, I want to plan some trips. I just want to get out. I want to get out of San Diego. I want to do some traveling with the family. And I thought, not only let's plan for next year's trip, but let's plan for like the next 3 years. So first time traveling with the kids, it's going to be Costa Rica. If they don't enjoy jungles and oceans and volcanoes, I don't know what they're going to love. I don't know what they're going to like if they don't like that. After that, we'd like to go to Europe, just one country at a time. So Ireland, I would love to spend some time in Ireland. And then the year after that, just something completely different, and that would be Japan. I've never gone to an Asian country. Japan, it sounds like it'd be exciting, it'd be fun. It's one thing to be on the actual trip, but the actual planning for it and preparation, there's nothing like it. I could be having a hard time. My wife could be just having a hard time doing something, but I can always tell her, hey, we've got Costa Rica coming up in a month. We've got Japan coming up in a couple years. Like, things are gonna get better, but just the actual preparation and just planning for it is a lot better than the actual trip.
Now, jumping into more of what you do at Practicing Excellence, as I said before, you've been here for 9 years. You've seen the ups, you've seen the downs. I was curious as to what you saw during those times and what made you or inspired you to stay and push through all of those moments.
I'm in one of those rare situations where I can help people. Like, the message that I'm giving from the doctors, from the talent to the doctors to the patients, it actually helps people out, and that is the main reason why I'm here. My job is to make it as entertaining as possible. It is tough to listen to a certain amount of content if it's not entertaining, if it doesn't visually catch your eye, if it doesn't sound good, if it doesn't sound like a good message. And so it's our job as the video team to make it as entertaining as possible, and to make it as memorable as possible with the animations and the stories that we do.
So kind of going off of that though, you've seen and you've recorded thousands of tips, both CEP and NEP. I was wondering if for you had any of those tips that just kind of inspired you, that kind of hit you personally in the same way you're hoping it hits a doctor or a nurse.
Yeah, it's true. We filmed over 1,000 tips, 1,000 modules, but the one that really meant the most to me is regarding wellness. There was times where I would just spend hours and hours and hours just getting these videos done and the content done, but I didn't really focus on the wellness of myself and how it was affecting my family as well, and the amount of sleep that I was getting. Going through the wellness series, I was able to actually focus on myself a little more, realize the importance of spending more time with family, and just getting out of the routine of just being focused just on work and video, and then start thinking about myself. So I was happy to make the video series, but I was actually happier to apply it to myself.
Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you for this time in the studio, and well, can't wait to see what you do next.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.